Children, there are different types of comprehension like picture comprehension, where a picture is given to you and looking at the picture you have to answer the questions. There is also story comprehension, where questions are asked based on the story. Today, children, you will learn about passage comprehension. What does comprehension mean? To comprehend something is to understand it, like when you have to read a difficult passage more than once in order to comprehend it. When you comprehend something, you grasp its meaning. Comprehend is a word that originates from the Latin word comprehendere, which means catch or seize. So children, comprehension means to understand and grasp the meaning of the passage. Now children, I will tell you the 7 golden rules for reading comprehension. Always read the given passage carefully 2 or 3 times till you understand it clearly. Read carefully the questions one by one and find out whether you fully understand them. Reread the passage locating where you find the answers. Children, here the word reread means to read the passage again in order to find the answers. When answering, always write in full sentences. The answer should be brief and to the point. Brief means short. Try to write answers to the questions in your own words. Do not copy the language of the passage without understanding. Take few minutes at the end to revise and examine your answers carefully to see if they are clear and complete. So children, after you finish writing the answers, you have to check them. Correct mistakes in spellings, grammar, punctuation, etc. Let the language of the answer be simple and your work make sense. Now children, I will give you one example of a passage which you have to comprehend. This passage is based on the Tulsi plant. The title of the passage is Benefits of Tulsi Plant. Now, I will read out the passage to you. Please listen to it attentively. Benefits of Tulsi Plant. Nature has given us a variety of plants. Man has been using such plants to treat ailments and diseases since ancient times. A Tulsi plant has always been a must for each household. People worship this plant for its high medicinal value and for purifying the air. Chewing Tulsi leaves on an empty stomach early morning helps in reducing high blood pressure. Tulsi juice purifies the blood. It is also applied as a first aid measure for cuts, wounds, bites and stings of insects. Now, I will ask you some questions based on the passage. Here are the questions. Why do people worship the Tulsi plant? Children, the answer to this question lies in the third line, which is highlighted in red. People worship this plant for its high medicinal value and for purifying the air. However, children, we cannot pick up the same sentence and use it for the answer. We have to make some changes. So, after making the necessary changes, our answer will sound like: people worship the tulsi plant for its high medicinal value and for purifying the air. Here, we have changed the words "this plant" and instead written "the tulsi plant." Children, our next question is: how can high blood pressure be reduced? Let us have a look again. The answer to this question lies in the fifth line, which is highlighted in green. Chewing tulsi leaves on an empty stomach early morning helps in reducing high blood pressure. Again, we cannot pick up the sentence just like this and use it for the answer. So, after making the necessary modifications, our answer will sound like: high blood pressure can be reduced by chewing tulsi leaves on an empty stomach early in the morning. Our third question is: where can tulsi plant be used as a first aid measure? The answer to this question lies in the last line highlighted in purple. It is also applied as a first aid measure for cuts, wounds, bites, and stings of insects. Just as I said earlier, we cannot pick up the same sentence, so we will make changes. And after making changes, it will sound like this: the tulsi plant can be used as a first aid measure for cuts, wounds, bites, and stings of insects. So children, now you have learnt how to search your answers and write them in a correct way. Children.